What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. This was a hot mess of episode. I enjoyed it. Spencer is so ridiculous at this point. I really don't understand his reasoning behind not wanting Jocelyn and Trina to know that he suspects Esme of filming the sex tape. Why do you not want them to know? You know what I'm saying? It's like two heads are better than one. At least if they know that you're on board, y'all all can join together collectively to try to figure out a plan to expose Esme. It's better than one person trying to do it, you know? So, of course, Spencer wanted to be stupid and provoke Cameron by telling him, "Oh, I think you and Jocelyn set this whole thing up and you wanted Trina to film y'all and pin it on Esme." Cameron got pissed and said, "Bow." I said, "Down goes Frazier." I don't blame him, but you know what? Cameron and Michael need to learn you can't go around beating on folk. You just can't do it. You got to keep your hands to yourself. Because Rory, of course, came in there. I want to know his story. Rory is such a mystery to me at this point. I want to know who he is. Like, who is his people? Who is his family? Like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know nothing about this guy. Um, so of course Rory had to arrest Cameron. Jocelyn and Trina are pleading with Rory not to arrest him because he was provoked. That's the same thing Willow was trying to tell the cops. I think it was Willow trying to tell the cops that. It's like at the end of the day, when Michael hit Smoltz, she was trying to say he was provoked. It doesn't matter if you were verbally provoked. The thing was, Spencer did not put his hands on Cameron. Cameron hit him. That's assault and battery. You can't walk around hitting somebody. That's assault. Um, it's illegal, so you're gonna get arrested. So Spencer started acting a fool, telling the cop to let Cameron go, talking about let us resolve this on our own. And the cop was like, Rory said no. He said, I seen it. I gotta do my job. Um, so Spencer's sitting here trying to use his little Cassadine name. Oh, I'm Spencer Cassadine. And I wouldn't give a damn if you were the Pope. He's still going to jail. You might want to butt out of this for you get arrested. And of course, that's what happened because Cameron wanted to be a fool. This fool had the nerve to slap Rory in the face. Are you crazy? Slapping a police officer when you just got out of Spring Ridge? Are you nuts? So now Rory locked both their asses up. And here go Trina and Jocelyn pleading with Rory yet again. Oh, please just let them go. They didn't mean to cause trouble. He slapped a cop. They're going to jail. What world y'all live in? You let me go slap a cop right now. Let me go outside right now, flag an officer down, and let me just go see what happened to me. They'll probably beat my ass. I'm surprised Rory didn't put hands on that boy because I would have hurt him. You ain't gonna hit me in the face. Listen, you slapped me in the face, I would have forgot who I was for a second and what I do for a living. I would have beat you down. I'm just saying. Spencer got off easy on that one because I would have hurt you. You ain't finna slap me up in my face. You done lost your damn mind. Um, but Spencer, I guess, wants to protect this little secret of his that he's, I guess, undercover. I guess I'm like, dude, just tell them what you're doing and call it a day. So anyway, moving on from that, Nikolas continues, I guess, to allow Esme to get into his little head. She basically was kind of throwing a little shade at Spencer because she was talking about how Spencer's still a child and Nikolas got all this experience and stuff. I said she was flirting hard. I said, okay, she want that experience D. All right now, Nikolas better be careful. She even took Nikolas's hand and put it on her face, started rubbing her cheek with it. I said, listen, Esme, you might think you grown, but you're not ready for Nikolas. I'm sorry, but you're not ready to ride that ride. First of all, Nikolas he's into that freaky deaky stuff. Like he into that kinky stuff. You ain't ready for all that. You got to leave Nikolas for the grown women because he ain't ready for you. Like you ain't ready for him, and he don't do young people like that. Ava can go the distance with him. You cannot. So you might want to chillax. Yeah, sitting there flirting with him and stuff, and he was putting his hand on her shoulder. I really do hope Nikolas is playing this girl. I really do. I hope he not dumb enough to be falling for this. Um, Cause she's sitting there talking about, oh, Ava hates me, Jordan hates me, Jordan wants to build a case around me. So basically, it's this woe is me. Everybody hates me. Sonny hates me. Alexis hates me. This one hates me. It's that poor victim me act. I'm like, so if everybody don't like you, obviously there's a reason for it. Everybody in the world just can't like you for nothing. They don't like you for a reason because you the devil. You got the mark of Cain on you. So hopefully, Nikolas is not falling for the BS. I hope not. Um, I really do hope he somehow got a plan for her. Um, Laura, on the other hand, was basically telling Ava to go on home. She was like, you need to put your trust in Nikolas. Y'all need to trust each other. I get where Laura coming from. Because trust in a marriage, you can't have a marriage without trust. But at the same time, it's like, how does Ava trust him? It's not like Nikolas gives her all the confidence in the world to trust him sometimes. Um, so trusting Nikolas is going to be kind of hard to do. But Ava definitely shouldn't allow that girl to run her out of her marriage either. You know what I mean? Like, her and Nikolas need to figure it out. Hopefully they need to work together in order to get this girl out. Like I said, all of these people need to work together. That's the only way you're going to get rid of this girl. Um, and Sonny pretty much had to promise Laura, that he wasn't going to touch the girl because he was like, I'm not going to lay a finger on that child. Because Laura was not too thrilled about him having words with Esme and stuff because that resulted in her staying in Windermere now. Um, and Laura was sitting there basically telling Sonny let the justice system handle things. I'm like, I feel like the only reason Laura was saying that is because she represents the justice system. As the mayor of the town, she represents it. I mean, I don't have that much faith in the legal system. Not in Port Charles, I wouldn't. If I lived in that town, I no. Mm, nope. Because the people that robbed Charlie's, they ended up making bail. You know what I mean? Before I get into that though, even Sonny, like when Laura was telling him about Jennifer Smith being arrested for Luke's murder, even Sonny wasn't buying it. Sonny did not believe it at all. Sonny was not buying that garbage. Because these people know Jennifer. Like, they've dealt with her for over 2 decades. They know her motives, her MO. They know what she would do, what she wouldn't do. And killing Luke and all this mess, it's not something she would do. So they're not buying it. But anyway, getting back to it. Um, yeah, so Sonny, he wasn't surprised when Nina came over and told him that the robbers got out on bail and stuff like that. And even Nina realized that Sonny knew about it. I'm like, of course, because Sonny has a message to send. I'm not going to talk about Ava and Nina and that whole custody, well, the visitation of Wiley. I'm not even going to go into that because that's just, we done talked about that enough, so I ain't going to talk about that. Because it was pretty much her, bringing her up to speed on it. Um, but yeah, Sonny was back in Sonny mode. This is the Sonny that I know. Sonny was not playing no games. He ran up out of there to go handle some business. One of his goons had one of the robbers from Charlie's in the back of the trunk. And the smile Sonny had on his face, that's old school Sonny that I know. Because Sonny has to send a message to, all the other criminals out there that listen, I'm back. I'm Sonny Corinthos. Don't you think about trying to rob me, kill me. Don't even think about it because you're going to get yourself hurt. And that's smart of Sonny. You got to send a strong message, and this is just the beginning. I feel like he needs to send a bigger message in the future because this is just a little kid message. You got to go full out later. Because Nina was asking Sonny all these questions like, oh, how are you so sure they're not going to rob Charlie's again, that they're done and they're not going to come out? Stop asking all these questions. Like, do you not know who you're talking to? He can't tell you all this information, Nina. He can't tell you what he plans on doing. You got to stop asking these questions now. Just simmer down. Don't ask, he doesn't, first of all, he can't tell her anything because that would make her an accessory to anything that he tells her. So she needs to just stop asking questions and trust that he got this. I was just loving the smile Sonny had on his face. Like, that's old school Sonny, and I was here for it. I said, it's about time, Sonny. Get back to business. So anyway, moving on from that, Harmony was plastered. Like, she was just drunk out of her mind, acting crazy. I was like, Alexis, get away from this woman. Alexis talking about, oh, I gotta take her home. Listen, Sam was not here for it. Sam and Carly had to come over and wonder what the hell was going on. Sam was not amused. She was not here for it. Like, even though Alexis is grown, there's nothing Sam can do. She is not thrilled that her mother continues her association with Harmony. And at this point, I don't blame Sam. Um, and then Harmony sitting there gonna tell Carly, oh, I guess I'm not getting that job. I guess the hell you're not. I don't want to hire you, drunkie. Um, so Alexis gets her home and stuff, and tells her about Brendan and all that stuff, because she was wondering like why Harmony was acting like this. Like, what was so bad to make her drink like this and act out? Harmony is just panicking at this point. She was having a full out panic attack when Carly came over and stuff at the bar, because she's worried about this Brendan thing coming back on her, because she knows at some point Willow is going to find out the truth, that she's not her biological mother. All she's doing so far is prolonging that. And Alexis is trying to figure out like what could be so worse about you not telling her, like about you not being her biological mother. Like, it got to be something bigger than this. And so Alexis was telling her about Brendan and how she found him in the harbor and stuff like that. And Harmony was panicking because she felt like they could, Jordan was going to track this back to her. And she was thinking, well, if they think Alexis did it and all this stuff, I'm like, please tell me Harmony is not trying to calculate in her mind, like, oh, can I frame Alexis for this or something? Because I would knock Harmony down. You is not about to come up in here and put Alexis through no more hell. Like, even when, because Alexis told Harmony that the cops thought that it was a suicide at first. I'm like, yeah, that's until they get the medical examiner's autopsy report. Once they get that autopsy, they're going to know, like, the hands around his neck was clearly from somebody else trying to choke him. It's ligature marks. Even when there was a knock at the door, Harmony was like, like a crackhead, just all panicky, acting all shifty. Talking about, it's the police. Alexis was looking at her like, what type of shit are you on? So it was Carly and Sam coming over because Carly and Sam had to drop Harmony's car off and her car keys and stuff. And Sam and Alexis said, let's go get some coffee, some water. Let's sober her up. And Carly was like, Harmony almost passed out. Carly had to catch her. Carly said, let's go outside and get some air. So, Harmony sitting there talking about, oh, why you being so nice to me and stuff. She's like, because we're Wiley's grandparents and Willow's family. So I feel like, responsible to help you out. And Harmony said something to the effect that she wished that Willow was family or something. Because Carly was like, oh, because Willow is, her family or whatever. And Harmony was like, oh, I wish she was mine. Carly was looking at her like, what the hell are you talking about? See, that's why you got to get people nice and drunk when you want the truth out of them. I will never forget that episode of One Life to Live when Echo D. Savoy came back to town in 2010. I think it was like 2010 she came back. And I remember Dorian Lord wanted to know what she was up to. So she took her to the palace and gave her a few mimosas and stuff. Trying to get her liquored up so she could reveal why she was back in town and what she was up to and stuff like that. See, that's the quickest way to get somebody to start snitching on themselves. Get them liquored up. Because even Carly was looking at her like, what the hell you mean she not your family? You wish she was your family. Like, what? And Carly gonna take that. Especially after what Phyllis done told her at the bar about Madeline and Harmony being all chummy and stuff. It ain't gonna take long for Carly to put two and two together and figure it out. Yeah. Carly gonna figure it out, but Carly gotta watch her back too, because Harmony like to kill folk, so you got be careful. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.